First of three Big Ten tournament games here today between Minnesota and Northwestern. Wildcats led the majority of the first half. Minnesota went on a run late just before halftime, scored the final 6 points. They had it to within 2 here in the second half. But Northwestern has separated since then. This is their largest lead of 15. And that's a nice take to the...
Garcia drives. What a putback slam by Odukale.
Seen it more as of late.
I think you spoke it into existence. Oh, what a block. How about Rigsby? And then Rigsby leads the break. Odukale steps through.
He might have traveled. It looked like with that step through, he went and contested one at the rim.
Bucket here, you might get a timeout, but Harper can't drop it. Mitchell rebound.
And Mitchell pursues the ball outside of his area.
He now has a double-double, 10 and 10 today for Frank Mitchell.
They got Mitchell on duck-in again if they look for him, but for Femi Odukale just taking the role, but still does a lot of those intangibles that we saw last season.
Comes out, Tanjay. This is for the baseline. Isaac Osima. He's had some good minutes this season. Freshman from Cherry, Minnesota. Odukale off the glass and in.
I like the way that I think his perseverance and the way he's continued to work, he has deserved to have the types of years that he's had these last 2 seasons. And it's honestly great to see him out here. Great kid.
Great guy who I think has a future to join us at some point here broadcasting. Braxton Mia, March basketball in Lincoln in the Big Ten Conference, and here we go. The Gophers with Lakai Patterson will bring it up.
Patterson been outstanding with the basketball this season. Almost a 3-to-1 assist-turnover ratio for the Gophers, 3rd in the league.
He's been a big-time scorer the last 6 games, over 15 points per game. Step back 2, and on the board is Femi. There's Odukale. Nice drop off to Mitchell, but he misses the jam. Rebound loose, and look who finds it. Odukale for 2.
Nice job by Odukale. You knew that was coming, and that's just a breakdown defensively by Minnesota.
Odukale, good attack before Nebraska could get organized. Odukale's been the aggressor early. Drew the defense. Garcia with the open 3. Tipped up by Odukale and in. That was outstanding.
Odukale. Odukale to the basket, and he can't hit it. Mitchell tried for the board. Garcia picks it up. A battle for the basketball one more time. Odukale and the foul. Right.
Odukale looking at official Amy Bonner wanting a foul on that screen. She's like, there's none to be had. Get up. See Rigsby in the game for Minnesota. Guy who can stretch the floor.
Odukale to the rack.
Freddie Dillon was really good in the non-conference slate. Once conference season heated up, really struggled, I think, more so with his confidence than anything.
First year at Penn State, a huge jump from Tennessee last year to this year in terms of his numbers, in terms of minutes played and scoring. Healthy, getting some opportunities here this year. Odukale, they're going to give him that shot. You know what? He'll step up and make
a little unusual there. Niederhausen's rubbing his lower leg. Hopefully he's okay. But let's see if Minnesota can go back to shifting sides of the floor to move the defense before they look to attack.
Odukale in trouble. Hand off here to Patterson. Had some big plays in Los Angeles, some clutch plays. We could have another clutch game here in Minnesota today. Odukale forced to take it once again. He's got the last 5 points to get that shot off.
Yeah, they got to the free throw line. You're not going to get a better look than that. Good decision by Ace.
11-point advantage. Largest lead has been 14. After going 1 for 14 for Minnesota, they found the bucket there. 4 for 4 going into this possession. Odukale, a facial.
That should really help his confidence out defensively. Once again, Penn State into that full court pressure and eat up some of that valuable time.
Stephen Bardo, Lisa Byington with you. About 3.5 left to play. Odukale has got 11.
And Dawson Garcia is still looking for his first field goal. We started the show talking about the importance of this game for both teams, but USC certainly looks locked in and playing like a team that knows they have to win this game.
Garcia gets doubled.
Job by Yates digging down there.
Odukale hit the 4 threes against Illinois last week, gets inside and to get it down into the low 60s. Entered today at 61, but they could undo a lot of that with a loss here today.
Why we've said a bunch of times today that this is a must-win for USC to keep their hopes alive for an at-large bid.
Odukale steps
up and down the floor. 7-1, 2:48.
And if you are Minnesota, yes, you want to run when the opportunity is there, Corey, but this is more the pace you want to play. You don't want the score to be in the 80s necessarily if you are the Gophers. Percentage, and they're outscored an average of 2 times per ball game from the foul line.
5, Trey Edmonds checks in with the ball right now for the Gophers. Parker Fox comes out. Odukale again. Revson, Rayfield Davis, and Mike DeCourcy in our Chicago studios for the Sleep Farm Time report. UCLA blowing out Penn State earlier today. This one, still more basketball to come tonight. Patterson, Odukale, knocked down 2 threes, make it 3, and that's the most he's knocked down.
Saw the white jerseys of the Golden Gophers in a scramble mode for the last 10 seconds before Yakachon is able to step into that 3.
He's up to 13. Odukale pulls up to the elbow, yes. Johnson picking up his third. He comes out. And Will Riley was magnificent in the first half. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers. Checks in. Odukale now. Shot clock down to 5. Garcia floating in the paint, missed it. Odukale, man, is he playing hard today?
Is he bad?
Illinois has won the last 7 matchups against Minnesota. Patterson, guarded by 2, Odukale.
By Ivicic. He turns, faces, he's shown the ability to deliver the bounce pass. There he's able to come, go off 2 feet, turn the corner, come under control, hit that very difficult little floater.
Garcia goes to the bench for Minnesota. Odukale back on the floor.
At least they worked on this in the shoot-around, trying to get Minnesota to turn and look for turnover opportunities.
I mean, the intensity on this end of the floor, really from both teams, has been impressive. The first 9+ minutes of this game. Awesome on the extra pass. Odukale high off the glass.
Dawson shot the ball well, not into the conference play.
Parker Fox with a block. Back comes Femi Odukale. He'll pull up near the foul line. Oh, Fox was about to tip that in. Then to the left.
With the ball, only 10 turnovers per game. Ty Harris gets out transition. It's going to be precious possessions against 2 teams that struggle to score at times.
Now Patterson, his minutes limited against Michigan State with foul trouble, and Odukale.
He catches it. Other Gophers are going to have to step up. Great job by Garcia to get off it.
Odukale read that. Iheanacho trying to get back. Odukale waits and scores.
That's one way to... And again, just the wingspan, the anticipation, really impressive. You don't see a lot of bigs. Reminds me a little Ethan Happ from Wisconsin back in the day. Was really good at things like that.
Known for blowing kisses here at the bar. His last game as a Badger.
Struggle with that jumper. Interesting, Tom Izzo was talking about how he thought he was speeding up his mechanics too much in that Rutgers game, and all of a sudden to a 32 tie here after the break.
Patterson has been aggressive in the second half. A fine look
for their 3rd straight win. Tracy had the last bucket for Oregon. There's a steal.
Well done by Odukale to run at the 3-point shooter and move him off the line. And you can see Ben Johnson almost to half court saying, pull it out.
As Odukale rises for
active, extending the defense here to maybe try to get a cheap one against Minnesota, or at least get them to play out of the pace that they've played with so far, which has been at their pace, not Oregon's.
Oregon will mix up the defenses. Got a deflection there. Minnesota still with it, and Odukale. Another mid-range, and it's good for Odukale.
Man.
Minnesota will slow it down. That's something you were concerned about to start the second half from the Minnesota perspective. We're starting to get up and down near the end of the first.
Well, don't try to play the game that the opposition wants to push you into. Oregon obviously wants to get up and down the floor and utilize their defense to create some offense. If you are the Golden Gophers, be a little bit more deliberate.
Odukale rises and walks. Now the run it. Evans blocked. Garcia got a paw on it.
Now if you're Odukale, don't play into Oregon's hands here and run.
Odukale's left wide open. And spins it.
The 8th-year player. Patterson, tough fadeaway. Rebound tipped up and in. Where did Odukale come from?
Him to front. So if you're going to front, you have to know if you are the weak side defender, you see that ball in the air, you can't be a step late.
Asuma locked off, finds Odukale inside. Oh, he had to go through all sorts of contortion
when he was out with an injury toward the latter part of the non-conference slate.
15 to shoot for Asuma. He'll enter it down low. Fox dumps it to Odukale for the flush.
And that's a nice recovery by Ohio State, because they were very fortunate to defeat these Golden Gophers in double overtime. And Iowa right now to try to stem the tide, showing a little bit of his own defense against Minnesota.
Here's Patterson, swings it around to Mitchell with 10 on the shot clock. Looking inside, Garcia, 5 to shoot. Odukale fakes the 3. He'll drive down the lane, count the bucket, and the foul. See off the Sanford miss. 2 for 16 are the Hawks from 3 tonight. Here's Mitchell. Over to Mike Mitchell Jr. Lakai Patterson, he'll drive the dish. Odukale wide open. 3 is good.
Golden. No double. 3 to shoot, stripped by Garcia. Golden wanted a whistle. Odukale drew some contact. We play on, laid it up and into the Gophers' end. Dawson Garcia, 5th in the Big Ten in scoring. Against Golden with the right hand. Missed it. Odukale cleans it up. 6-point game. Golden. Not this time. Made 1-3 in the first half.
Ball's got to get reversed there finally. You got to get multiple sides of the floor here.
Odukale goes baseline, kicks it back out to Patterson. Bounce pass. Odukale off the glass and scores.
Isn't it amazing when you do swing the guys? It's one of the more, not together, but one of the more experienced rosters in the conference. Odukale tipped it in. The Gophers know too, their margin of error is not huge. Kapari for 3. Maryland 2 of 8 to start this game from beyond the arc. Minnesota though 5 of 6.
I think Coach Williams would want to get that ball in the paint. That's where they should have an advantage. For passes, make them feel good.
Four-point Minnesota lead here on the road. The Gophers have been in this type of spot before, and they have played good halves in conference. Ohio State, the only real game, they've been there all the way to the end.
Even Purdue at home, it was a close ball game. You see where they're running their offense. They haven't got, it's down to 7, and this is the first time they've got inside the paint.
Big to big.
Anything they want on the offensive end.
Here's Tanjay for 3. In and out, Garcia the rebound.
Boy, Minnesota was very fortunate that time. Tanjay really usually money on an open look like that.
Shooting just about 38% from three-point range this season. The kick to the wide open Odukale for 3, and Minnesota's got a cup in to score, but denied that opportunity in a deflected pass out to Patterson. He misses the 3. What a rebound by Odukale for Minnesota.
You're talking about, I like the defensive adjustment. Femi Odukale Well, they're talking to Wisconsin assistant Sharice Chambliss. A lot of conversation going on in this first half.
Odukale buries the three. He's got.
Trying to pick up Awesomer right away. Good look, Odukale, corner three.
He had an outstanding team returning. You saw the names right there. This was going to be a team that competed for a Big Ten championship. The way the world works right now, those guys all take the money and leave, and then he has to start over again and again and again. And it's just been very difficult for him to deal with that. He's got a young team here. He's done a nice job of identifying mid-major kids to transfer in, but many of them have just stayed a year and then left.
That's something that you get taken out for as Ukai goes in and has a seat.
Gophers go back to the bench as Caleb Williams checks in for the first time today. Just the second game all year. Was number 6. Odukale in the paint and scores.
Beautiful paces.
Rattled out.
FDU was really efficient with that 1-4 low, just being able to read the game and catching guys asleep. It's really indicative of a high IQ and high level of understanding. Jack Castleberry has these guys locked in on the end line out of bounds.
Odukale for the lead.
That's pretty right there. FDU's done a good job at disrupting Minnesota.
Ran way off on that three-point shot. FDU just one made 3 so far. They're 1 of 12.
Right there, that's all Femi Odukale's. That's his presence. He didn't even really contest, but he's been in Terrence Brown's grill the whole game thinking about it. Good move there by Odukale. Goes face first off the platform. Pops right back up. That's not going to keep him down today, or probably at all.
Up the floor, Fox sets up Odukale. As Jones knocks down the 3. Well, we asked Ben Johnson, though, and he saw Gophers trying to push it a little bit more. FDU as a team has really struggled. Transition defense. But he did not want to get into a track meet with the Knights here this afternoon.
Minnesota struggled a little bit in those first 2 Big Ten games, getting back on defense themselves. Well, they probably do have an athletic advantage. That's where FDU thrives.
Brown went for the steal, and Odukale adds to it, now up to 10.
Galloway throwing that one away.
Well, they set that little flex screen action on the baseline to bring Renew right underneath the basket, and Minnesota did a really nice job of reading it and jumped the passing lane.
Frank Mitchell, this is Odukale. Patterson. Odukale through the lane, and he gets the roll.
Yeah,
Minnesota just 4 of its last 19 from the field. Remember, they started 11 of 15. What's that a function of here, Fonz?
I think Minnesota, there you go. They miscommunication there between Odukale and Fox. No one took the curl guy. That's how he was able to get so open.
Odukale.
Help team defense there by the Spartans.
See it with 14 of Minnesota's 35. Gophers as a team haven't scored in over 3.5 minutes. Fox sets an aggressive screen. Odukale kind of cradles that ball and scores.
Great job of body control. Oh, great pass. Awesome's got to shoot that.
Odukale did not shoot. He'll drive left hand around and in.
That got the most oohs and ahs of the evening.
Odukale, maybe hook around and in. Better second half.
Right. Substitutions here. Great minutes from Trey Edmonds in that first half.
We see Odukale and Mitchell coming back in.
Rigsby. Odukale will try the 3. Got it. Femi. Patterson. 10 left on the shot clock. He'll pull up. No good. Odukale, the offensive rebound. Looking inside to Mitchell again. Into Mitchell one more time. Out to Odukale. He'll shot fake and pull up. Got it. And when over to Martin, he'll drive left. It's picked off by Odukale, coming down the other side. Lays it up and in.
To the Demon Deacons.
Rigsby, can he start heating up from three? Misfires that. Largest lead of the afternoon for Wake, and it's coming at the right time.
Final Four experience when he was on that run with Miami just a couple of years ago, and I really like his size. He's a constant. He's one of the knowns in college basketball that we have.
Patterson passes up the three, little indecisive, drive and kick. Rigsby puts it on the deck.
Nice pass.
Look who's open, Femi Odukale. Overall, and we've seen some high-level stuff.
Absolutely. Anxious to see the responses by South Carolina and UConn. Both got hit, and that's where you see the character of champions. I expect that from both Don Staley and Danny Hurley.
Your Tigers, by the way, are thriving. Goodness gracious.
Bruce Pearl's done a fantastic job ever since he's gotten to Auburn. That's no different this year. He's got a veteran team. He's got guys back. I look for Auburn to make a run at the national championship, but they've got a long ways to go.
That's not unreasonable thought at this point. That's a nimble. Paul Mills is searching there. You mentioned all those years on the staff at Baylor. Got his first head coaching job at Oral Roberts in 2017. And remember, he and Max Asmus made the run in 2021 as the 15 seed to the Sweet 16. That is a fun run for his scoring touch. McGinnis, he just can't get one to go here in the early goings of the season. It's now 0 of 3 from deep today. Odukale spins and finishes. The Wichita man. Coming up on the 2-minute mark in overtime. Odukale, a strong finish.
Richard back the other way. Right wing try. No. Rebound. Again, rattles around. Odukale in all alone. Throws it down.
There's another look. This is Arnett. Couldn't hit. Mitchell got back defensively.
Minnesota dodged one. He struggled with that in the first half. That's why Parker Fox came in.
Odukale. It'll count and one. That foul was on Mbang, his fourth. That's a big deal. He's their best defender. Two-time Ivy League Defensive Player of the Year. Mbang.
And offensively, he gets to the lane a lot.
He's off the mark. It didn't hit the rim. Seliskar trying to push it back. And Minnesota has a chance now for the lead. Patterson against Garam. Bounce pass. The Gophers back on top.
Player coming over to a new country, adapting to the culture, and now thriving with the mean green.
Yep, the only player to return from last season, played and started in all 34 games, second best field goal percentage on the team.
We're back underway here in the second half. Odukale finds space and hits, and that's a